and it's that, quote, feminism was wrong to pretend that women could have it all. It's not a male society, but Mother Nature who lays the heaviest burden on women. Unpack that for us.
Well, and this is the theme of my first book, Sexual Personae, which is that I discovered through a long process of search as a dissident personality who did not identify at all with my gender role as a child. And blame society completely for everything. Okay? But through the course of study and research, I began to understand that it's actually Mother Nature who is at this point in history women's greatest obstacle, because women still bear the burden of pregnancy and of nursing. And so I think that women's lives are, those who want to have children, their lives are categorically different than those of men who can take on fatherhood as almost a kind of a social duty. It's a social responsibility. These are social acts that a father does. But a woman who is pregnant is involved, okay, with the fetus in a way that is absolutely primal, that is instinctual. There are biological forces that take her over. And oh my Lord, if you raise this issue, okay, the feminists today, 99% of them, squawk and scream and say that this is a conservative reactionary position. No, this is a realistic position, okay? And feminists are in a state of delusion, okay? And the feminist movement is losing ground the longer it denies this overwhelming fact of nature. Now, I believe, as the Marquis de Sade did, as Oscar Wilde and Baudelaire and Gautier did, my masters, that it is our obligation as human beings to defy nature if necessary. Okay? But one cannot deny nature's power and nature's existence. Universities around the world are now teaching this rot to undergraduates and to graduate students, okay, that gender is nothing but a fiction, an arbitrary invention. Yes, they would use the word construction, imposed, right, by oppressive institutions on people. And this is like absolute madness. Men will not know who they are. Women won't know who they are. Okay? I mean, and I support everything transgender, and I mean, I call my feminism drag queen feminism. So in no way am I coming from the right wing side. Okay? But what I'm saying is it's about time for feminist discourse to reappropriate biology. Biology must be, okay, a required course in every women's studies or gender studies program. The absence of biology, okay, has produced propagandists, okay, who have never even thought about science. So they're incompetents, okay. So that's why we have such confusion, and it's also why most people don't care about the women's movement, because they can see how divorced it is from reality.
Give us a bit of a flavor for your talk tonight. You're an admirer of a lot of what men have built culturally. You think that this is key to how we need to understand civilization, not just in the past, not just today, but in the future.
Yes, right. Well, one of my most inflammatory statements in Sexual Personae was, if civilization had been left in female hands, we would still be living in grass huts. And no one thought through what I was saying. I was saying, in effect, you know, that all of the greatest works of life-defying, risk-taking enterprises, all of these things, okay, have been the product of men. Why Sexual Personae presented the thesis that men have been driven to create because of their more ambiguous sense of identity. Women know who they are from the moment their menstruation begins at puberty. They don't have to prove who they are, right? But men always have to prove it again and again and again with every erection, with every sex act. They have to prove it again and again and again. So I'm saying that men are, heterosexual men in particular, okay, wandering the world, okay, finally finding